Welcome to the port city of Mobile, Alabama, here at Hancock Whitney Stadium for what ought to be a terrific matchup in the 68th Ventures Bowl. Bowl games are not only a reward for how you played in the regular season, but can be a springboard into next year as well. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So LSU's offense is on the field for the first time today. And this is a matchup that we've been talking about coming into this. High-powered offense squaring off against a defense that is more than capable of shutting them down. This one's going to be fun, David.
Yeah, and this defense has been able to do that. Like every offense they've faced, they've played great. They take away what you do best. Obviously, Palmer, on that other side, this is a high-powered offense. They're really, really good. How does this matchup unfold?
You're right, David. And I think as the season's gone on, this is a matchup that we circled on our calendar, knowing that these two teams are going to square off and face each other. So many guys on the field today are going to play in the National Football League. There's a lot of experience on both sides of the ball. This one's going to be fun to watch.
Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Snagged out of the air. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
When you run those routes, those curl routes, just like that, those DBs are going to break when you go to throw the football. So you better put that thing on a line, and the QB did there. Put it on a line. Great job, great catch. First down.
Got it behind the line. It's Anderson. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Durham. At the 40, there he goes. Turning it on. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Seminoles offense will try to get something started with their first possession. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
And this is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Yeah, the defensive line, you know, third and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on third down.
And the Noles will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the catch at the 45. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you have got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
On the run, it's Durham. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. What a good job by the defense to force that play outside.
And it's tough when you're a defense and you like to play fast and aggressive. Those counter plays are usually something that's good to run at them. But if you can be smart and stay sound and stay home and understand when people start pulling your direction, forget the face the other way, you can stay home, be productive, get big plays like this for your defense.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Didn't find a single crack to run through on the last two plays. Let's see if they go up top on 3rd and 10. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Breaks into the open. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Use the play fake, now to throw. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Got a man. It's White. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single play. Maybe it was play action. Maybe it was a shot play to the perimeter of the field. Now, they've got guys running all different kinds of routes, playing at different tempos, lining the ball over the field. This dude is a guy you just have to know where he is every single snap.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
Trying play action. Grab near the marker. It's Thomas. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Listen, I know that game didn't get very much, but I love getting the tight ends involved. Get everybody involved on the offense. Make me cover the whole field. Keep everybody a little bit honest.
The Seminoles had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Caught in the backfield, it's White. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. To the air, it's Castellanos. Quick strike complete. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
With the run on first and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead. They still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So an 82-yard drive there. And they capped it off with a 1-yard punt. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well, and I'd give back that last score. On the move from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. He's got him in the flat. All the way out across the 45-yard line, marking out of bounds at the 46. Think about when Garrett Nussmeier goes into the quarterback room at LSU, and there are giant murals of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels. Heisman winners. Jesse, that's some pressure. But, man, if he can cut down on the turnovers, he might join them.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Reese. This guy has a lot of talent. I really also just appreciate the fact that he stayed put at LSU. In an era of college football where especially quarterbacks are transferring 2, 3, 4 times, naming off those guys you just did, it would have been so easy for Nussmeier to try to find another opportunity somewhere else. He believes LSU is the best situation for him to win a national championship and get him off to the NFL.
And the Tigers will line it up on first and 10. They go to the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. Back to pass. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Trying to make magic with his feet. Good job to get everything he could, then get down with the slide.
Man, now if this offense could go back, they'd be like, throw it away. You know, don't take the sack earlier in the downs because the scramble now puts you in a good 4th down situation. Interested to see what this offense does, but they got to stay away from those negative plays.
They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And that lead grows even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. When Bobby Bowden built this program, high-flying offenses, great quarterback play, innovation, and that's what they hope they'll see on display today.
Yeah, and it was year after year, man. He found so many elite athletes, such good recruiting in the state of Florida, and when the Seminoles get those guys...
Oh, he's got some space! Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. It's almost incomprehensible to think the Noles failed to break 17 points 10 times a season ago. That's a year after being prolific, Jesse. So what are the keys to regaining some form?
Now, Reese, I think it's the quarterback position. I think this team was spoiled in a lot of ways when they had Jordan Travis. And they obviously had so much NFL talent surrounding him, but they had a leader. They had a guy that everybody could look at when times got tough and believe in. Someone has got to be able to establish themselves at the quarterback position for this team to get back to its winning ways.
The Seminoles can really attack on this 2nd and short. To throw, it's Castellanos. Makes the grab. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
He'll pull it on the read. Got enough for the first. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. On target. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Knowles come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Surging forward on the sneak. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
The give is to Williams. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators will tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? To the air, it's Castellanos. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
They've played keep away with the football, but if this defense can make one more stop on 3rd and goal, they might force a field goal attempt. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Just drives it between the uprights. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Going right to work up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Anderson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
It's 1st down from back at their own 24-yard line. Grabbed over the middle, it's Brown. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
The Tigers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Grab near the sticks, it's Anderson. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays, the quarterback and his unit is executing, and this defense right now, they have no answers.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. A strike down downfield. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They've got him now, and he almost picked up that first down on the screen.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Catch in the middle, it's Durham. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Finds the tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And this one splits the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on. And you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lucas. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Reese, talk about an edge of your seat type first half, or as they call it there in Mobile, just another typical 68 Ventures Bowl.
LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. And sort of an ugly first half, honestly, but the deficit's still manageable if they want to wrap up this season with a bowl win.
This is a team I know that takes a lot of pride, and I'm sure at halftime in the locker room, David, there was some shouting going on. They need to get themselves motivated and ready to go, because they're not out of this game.
Yeah, and when you get that shouting and you get the quarreling amongst each other, you get some motivation. You need something good to happen early. This first possession, get the football, go make something happen, create some momentum.
The give is to Williams. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
What a great job by the defense understanding where they're on the field. Listen, the wide side of the field's this way. They're going to try to run that sweep, identifying it, flying like madmen to the football, just understanding speed and space. I got to be ready for that, and they were.
The run from the shotgun. Runs through the tackle. Strong belief in this running game as he powers his way ahead and picks up 8. It's 4th and 1.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. The short hands, it's Brown. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Now on first down from the 43. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. They'll rip off 8 on that play in 2nd and 2.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Gives it on the option. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Anderson. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
3rd down and short is exactly what you want on offense because you can run the football, make the defense suck up, but you can also throw it. Nice execution, 3rd and short, now set up in a 1st and goal situation.
So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Use the play fake, now to throw. He wants it all. Touchdown LSU! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Aggressive, 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 man. This offense does not want to waste any time. They try to score quickly. 3 passing touchdowns in this game.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
Oh, they blocked it. The 40. The 20. He takes it the distance, and you can give him 2.
How about the job by this field goal block unit? They didn't take the play off. They get penetration, get their hands in the air. You never know what's going to happen. It takes a good bounce. Next thing you know, you're scooping it up. You're taking it the other way and putting 2 points on the scoreboard.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Finds his tight end.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you could tell that these 2 guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
And the Seminoles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
He gets a block. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Now on first down from the 40. From the gun, running back gets to give. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34.
Football is about adjustments. First half, line up, pound strong, pound strong. Second half, great job. You're going to move your defense and shift to try to account for that? Boom, we'll pull some guys and run a counter backside and have some success.
To the air, it's Nussmeier. Got it in the middle, it's Anderson. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
And some room to work. Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. Direct snap. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Looking to throw. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting him tackled to the ground.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Wants to go up top. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Fit it in the window for the score. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Completes it along the sidelines, but that'll be for no gain. Well, he did a good job to get the foot down inbounds, but only picked up a yard and not enough for a first down.
Yeah, they need to work with more space, Reese. I mean, it's not worth throwing the football all that way to the boundary, just a toe tap and get 1 yard. You got to do a better job trying to get these playmakers the football closer to the middle of the field.
Out of the gun, the inside give. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. To the air, it's Castellanos. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Rushes on him. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Hey, I gotta be honest, I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
Looking for a man. It's Castellanos. They go to the wide receiver screen. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Off play action. Unloads to the right. And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty's on. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Thomas. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Wants to throw again. Throws toward the end zone. He's got it. He's stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. So nice to have a target like that.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown Seminoles! Great job by the back on the option.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it, He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
PAT unit on the field. Splits those uprights right in half. So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Grabbed in the middle, it's Durham. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
After that last completion, it's second down. Back to pass. Got his man downfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Defense has been looking so good on this drive so far. They already set up 3rd and long, and now they take all the throws away down the field. Great job in coverage, great job reading the QB's eyes. So there's nowhere for him to go with it. He's got to throw it away.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, what a play to set him up. Taking it the other way. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown LSU!
And that just might do it, man. Offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Ryan, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Gonna let it fly. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Makes the grab. It's White. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
This drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. Scanning the field, it's Castellanos. Using the quick game. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The offense will quickly use a timeout. They've started a pretty good drive. This will be the 7th play, but they need to convert 3rd and 5. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
It's incomplete. A 4th down stop and the turnover on downs. The offense starts in the shadow of its own end zone. Using his legs, it's Dura. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you've got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.